Hello, all. Hi, parents. A very, very warm welcome to you. My name is Ishani Ahuja, and I am a child and adolescent psychologist. And I work with young adults and families as well. So, to begin with, foremost, big, big warm wishes for Mother's Day in advance to all of you फ्रॉम बेबी चक्रा एंड मी आउट हियर। आप सबको मदर्स डे की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं जो आने वाला है 10th of May, and as usual Baby Chakra has planned something really special for all of you and to celebrate motherhood. उसके लिए Baby Chakra has come up with this amazing program of Mighty Moms which you must all attend. So definitely go and attend and see that and have a wonderful time, have a wonderful Mother's Day, all of you beautiful mothers out there. Not to say that our fathers are any less, हमारे fathers भी उतने ही important हैं, and there's a special day for you all also. But here's wishing you, both the parents, lots and lots of good wishes and time this quarantine with your children. And उसी बात से I think we come to today's topic, which is positive parenting in this quarantine. तो हम जैसे बात कर रहे हैं पॉजिटिव पेरेंटिंग के बारे में, सो व्हाट इज पॉजिटिव पेरेंटिंग इन essential in real life? It is, there's simple ways, छोटी छोटी तरीके हैं जिससे we as parents can better reach out to our children in a more informed, aware and a child friendly manner, जिससे कि हम उनके लिए एक safe space create कर सके. So I think सबसे important at this point in time for all of us, including for ourselves, हमारे लिए भी और हमारे बच्चों के लिए भी एक safe space create करना है जिससे कि they feel assured, they feel that no matter कितना भी कुछ बाहर चल रहा है in this world, they are safe with their families are safe, and together we coexist in a peaceful safe space. So I think starting from that, इसी note पे positive parenting के, I think we will today try to discuss 8 simple ways in which we can engage in this kind of positive parenting, जिससे कि हम अपने बच्चों के साथ हमारे relationship पे work कर सकते हैं. We can create ways with them. तो सबसे पहले I think starting the first one, सबसे पहला important point which is discussions. हमारे आसपास इतना कुछ चल रहा है, so much is going on around us that we are absorbing, our kids are absorbing. हर रोज न्यूज में there's one, something new or the other that's happening in the news, और बार बार our kids are listening to it. There's so much shift in their routines also. हमारे बच्चे स्कूल जाते थे, अब वो घर पे हैं, शायद वो अपने फ्रेंड्स से नहीं मिल पा रहे. तो कितना कुछ has changed. As much as it's changed for us, it's changed for them as well. So I think basic सबसे पहले starting with whatever is happening around, let them feel comfortable. उनसे बातचीत करिए, उन्हें बताइए क्या चल रहा है, ऑब्वियसली इन अ वेरी वेरी एज अप्रोप्रिएट मैनर, क्योंकि आज यहाँ 2 साल का बच्चा और 3 साल का बच्चा और 5 साल का बच्चा और 10 साल का बच्चा, वो जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन इंटरप्रेट कर रहा है और समझ रहा है इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी डिफरेंट. फॉर अ 2-year-old, just understanding, that there is a little virus which has come into our world, and it's troubling us, it's causing us to be sick. उससे शायद मम्मी डैडी भी या हम, our little baby, he or she himself can fall sick. So उसके लिए, वो उस बच्चे के लिए वही स्क्रिप्ट, वही नैरेटिव इज इनफ, एंड वी कुड यूज सोशल स्टोरीज. इसी कहानी को, इसी बात को एक कहानी के तौर पे, उसको एनिमेशंस, उसको ऑब्जेक्ट्स के साथ, पपेट्स के साथ अगर हम बच्चों को समझाएं, अपने छोटे बच्चों को, तो शायद उनको वो चीज़ बेटर समझ आए. एंड आई थिंक सिमिलरली फॉर एज इन हाउ किड्स ग्रो अप, उनकी कॉग्निटिव एबिलिटी, समझने की क्षमता बढ़ती है धीरे धीरे. हम उनको उन्हीं की एज के हिसाब से वी कैन हेल्प देम अंडरस्टैंड how the world is undergoing a pandemic right now, and किस तरह से not just them, so many lives are being impacted. Their friends, give concrete examples, their friends, their cousins, their sisters, and that is the reason why, to protect us all, we are all home protecting from this virus whose powers can, if take over us, it can cause us sickness and illness. And you could give examples how इन अ रेगुलर फ्लू, और जब बुखार होता है तो किस तरीके से हम अपना ध्यान रखते हैं, वी टेक केयर ऑफ आवरसेल्व्स। तो उन्हीं सब चीज़ों को इनग्रेन करके, बेस्ड ऑन द चाइल्ड्स एबिलिटीज एंड हाउ मच कैन दे एक्चुअली डाइजेस्ट एज एन इंफॉर्मेशन, present it to the child, talk to the child about it. It's really really important. Keep adding information consistently जो हो रहा है, because think of it, जितना हम न्यूज़ सुन रहे हैं, न्यूज़ चैनल्स आर on all day long at our houses. Our grandparents, parents were all listening so much news. बच्चों के लिए वो किस तरीके से प्रोसेस हो रहा है, we are not aware. Especially the really really young ones, how are they taking in the information? वो किस तरीके से इन सब चीज़ों को समझ रहे हैं, इंटरनलाइज कर रहे हैं, बहुत मुश्किल है। इसलिए बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है करेक्ट कॉन्क्रीट इंफॉर्मेशन ऐड करें आप उनके इंफॉर्मेशन पूल में, जितना वो ले सके। यूज सोशल स्टोरीज, पपेट्स, टॉयज फॉर द लिटिल वंस। आप उनके लिए एक फन वे से बना सकते हैं, सुपर हीरो स्टोरी के मुताबिक उनको यूज़ करके बच्चों के लिए बना सकते हैं। आजकल बहुत सी CBSE ने भी गाइडलाइन स्टोरीज़ निकाली हैं जो आप गूगल कर सकते हैं, जिसके माध्यम से आप बच्चों तक रीच आउट कर सकते हैं। एंड सबसे सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है दैट keep asking them how they are feeling, how they are coping with it, because unless हम वो उनसे ना पूछे तो we will not be able to reach out to that part of themselves which is constantly grappling with so much. And I think this point brings me to my second most important point, which is reaching out to unbottle their emotions. बच्चों के अंदर कई बार इतना कुछ चल रहा होता है, even as teenagers, especially some of them are so volatile because they're not able to give words. आपने देखा होगा आसपास, some of your kids might be having heightened emotional reactions. हमारे बच्चों के शायद heightened temper tantrums हो at this point in time. Some of the kids might just not want to talk to us, just be in their rooms, and it's such a difficult space because they're all unique kids. They will all have different ways to react, to engage with this situation. So I think as parents, सबसे important role है that be with them, be available for themselves. Again, हर एज ग्रुप के हिसाब से फॉर द यंगर किड्स, आप उनको किसी भी तरीके से, थ्रू पपेट्स, थ्रू स्टोरीज, और थ्रू their toys, you could sit and create a space where जो भी उनके दिमाग में चल रहा है, just say, supposing you have a doll, so doll's name is Nalini today. So our doll Nalini, how is she feeling? She wakes up in the morning, what is she doing, what is she going to eat, what is she really feeling? And through Nalini, what will happen is our kids will be able to project all those feelings, all those emotions जो अक्सर उनके लिए शायद अपने मुंह से अपनी कहानी बोलना उनके लिए मुश्किल हो, लेकिन उनकी डॉल की कहानी से, उनके टेडी बेयर की कहानी से वो ये सारी चीज़ें शायद एक्सप्रेस कर सकें. For the younger ones, this is how you could work about. For the older ones, या जो हमारे teenagers हैं, for them it's most important that you're available for them. Don't push them. Don't constantly, try to keep plunging in them. Just be there. Sometimes just being there is so important. उनको पता है that I have a safe figure in my life who's there to listen to me. Sit with them in a friendly manner. Share your own struggles, share your own stories, how you are coping up with this time. Say for example, you're having a difficult time managing your work, your home. Share your stories. जब आप अपनी कहानियाँ अपने बच्चों से शेयर करते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं उन्हें भी फील होता है कि yes, if my parent is sharing with me, they feel that I am grown up enough, so they feel acknowledged, they feel a part of your life. Similarly, try helping them become a part of your life, and इस तरीके से उनको ये भी लगता है कहीं ना कहीं that they are wanted, they are needed, their advice is needed. Ask them for advice. So इस तरीके से with your young adolescent, you can open them up, you can discuss with them and try being like a friend to them. जिस तरीके से हम दोस्ती की शुरुआत करते हैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ. Just try understanding what their likes are, what their dislikes are. Spend this quality time with your young ones and with your adolescents. And I think किसी ने मेरे से chat group में भी somebody had this question around that so much is going around right now. It's in the media regarding the boys lockup, and itna information is there in the media about violence, about how boys have been talking about this. So I think in that scenario, most importantly, it's important to remember that our kids are always going to be, reaching out to this media. चाहे हम ना हो हमारे मीडिया से, टीवी से, फोन से, फ्रेंड्स से, it's always very easily available to them. So it's very important at that point in time that we establish trust in them as friends. So, we just have a discussion with them, make them sit down aram, say what is their perspective around it. Just try to understand their perspective, because ऐसे हो सकता है they're also grappling with a lot of emotions, and it's just not easy to come out because they feel scared of you. So सबसे पहले I think वो जो fear की boundary जो एक दरवाजा सा बन जाता है between a parent and a child, it's very important to break that door. And it starts with just reaching out to your adolescent, and let them reflect on the situation rather than telling what is right or what is wrong, क्योंकि they're also maturing into adults. It's a time जहाँ वो बच्चे adults में transfer कर रहे हैं. So rather than giving a perspective, ask from them what is their take on it. How do their friends think about it? Maybe have like a group discussion at home, and you could create those spaces just say they also feel that what they say matters, what they feel matters. And इसी तरीके से once that trust is established, slowly I think they will start reaching out to you, and they will start coming out to you. You cannot do too much, you cannot tell them, you cannot stop them, because जितना हम stop करेंगे उतना the kids will try to reach out through whatever means. And शायद ऐसे भी हो सकता है we are not even aware of some of those means how they might try to reach out. So best is open policy. Transparency is very very important with teenagers, most importantly, because then they feel respected, they feel valued. एंड आप इसी तरीके से उनके साथ ट्रांसपेरेंट रह सकते हैं. लेकिन व्हाट यू कैन डू एट योर एंड इज यू कैन कंट्रोल द काइंड ऑफ मीडिया इनपुट दैट टेकिंग इन. You can check for it, and you can always discuss if you find there's something that you find in their histories, or you've seen them viewing. Just sit with them and try to understand what place they are coming from. वो कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, वो questions कहाँ से आ रहे हैं. जब आप उन बच्चों के साथ बैठेंगे, उनके क्वेश्चंस को एड्रेस करना शुरू करेंगे rather than giving them a direction. So walking our footsteps back from a direction to question to rediscovering together, you'll find your adolescents opening up more and probably more transparently to you. While we talk about the younger kids, I think unke saath it's very very important that we control their media content also, and to ensure that there is an understanding of them also. क्योंकि कई बार ये होता है छोटे बच्चों को लगता है जब वो बार बार सुनते हैं कोविड हो रहा है, पैंडमिक हो रहा है, लोग बीमार हो रहे हैं, दे आर डाइंग ऑफ दिस, सो उनको लगता है it's repeating on an everyday basis because their limitation in understanding perspective taking is still lesser. तो उनको लगता है this event is repeating on an everyday basis. So sitting with them, clarifying to them कि ये हर रोज नहीं हो रहा है, ये आपके साथ it's not happening on a daily basis, and that you're safe and secure, and it's just something which has hit us, all of us. जैसे बुखार hit करता है, like that this virus has hit us all, and we are taking our best steps to protect against this time. So you could really also go through the guidelines given by the government of washing, and create into a fun activity or like a role play which the kids and you can do it together, the siblings can do it together, to create that safe space, and rather than just let them be unquestioned and unaddressed. So in this way you can really try to reach out to your kids, address their emotions in the best possible manner, जहाँ तक आप समझते हैं that you can do. I think most important thing which as parents we must remember, and when we want to engage in positive meaningful ways, that every kid, in fact all of us, want to be seen, we want to be heard, and we want to be appreciated. हम सब चाहते हैं कि हम एक दूसरे की नज़रों में दिखें, वी आर हर्ड, जो हम कहना चाहते हैं, वी आर, दूसरा बंदा सुन रहा है, our parents are listening to each other. Don't we want all of us, or our spouses, our families, to listen to each other? Similarly, the kids want to be heard. They want to be heard what they are feeling. So give them that space, create that space, and appreciate them. It's so important. This is the right time, parents, that you can discover the strengths of your child. देखिए, discover करिए. शायद हमारे रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में, when we are really busy, we don't probably have too much time to sit with our child, but today is the time where we can sit with them, we can discover what are their strengths, and really appreciate चाहे छोटी चीज they do in the house, something as small as picking up the plates, cleaning their bed, cleaning their play materials and putting them back in the closet. So when we begin to appreciate kids for the littlest of these things, they really start feeling valued, and they really feel acknowledged. This sense of acknowledgement is what they're looking for, to be heard, to be seen, and to be appreciated. And more so, अभी जैसे बच्चे स्कूल भी नहीं जा रहे, probably there's nothing happening more actively in the house, so that sense of acknowledgement जो शायद उनको टीचर्स से मिलता था, फ्रेंड्स से मिलता था, या कहीं ना कहीं एक दूसरे से इंटरेक्शंस में मिलता था, so that part is also being compromised somewhere, I think, at this point in time. तो बच्चे अपने शेल में जाने लगते हैं धीरे धीरे, अगर वो that sense of encouragement, motivation and acknowledgement को ना मिले. So really, like, take that time off and think about what my child is really doing well. I know we're all at home, and कई बारी we get so hassled with what is not being done. तो हमें यही लगता है कि जल्दी जल्दी बस हमारे रूटीन का आज काम हो जाए. And if our child is not able to fit in that routine, please understand he's also operating from a difficult space. As much as it's difficult for you, it's difficult for him and her also. And at least let's just encourage them for their effort, and जैसे जैसे हम उनको जितना और encourage करेंगे for their effort, we'll also see them come around better. We'll also see them taking more part in things in life, what you really want them. But जितना हम pressurize, force करेंगे, शायद उतना they will resist it. जैसे एक spring होता है ना, जितना हम उसको press करें, उतना ही it'll just come out. So you might just find your kids reacting out, or just blurting out, or it might just find too many mood shifts or temperaments. So let's try to coexist peacefully with each other, understand each other. वो कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, where are the kids finding it a struggle, where we are finding it a struggle. Create common dialogues, create common spaces where we can sit and discuss about it. Let's try to create a more discussion based model than actually a should and a must based model, which is more directive in nature. Think about it, हमें भी कितना अच्छा लगता है if somebody keeps constantly directing us. Kids are also like that, they are growing up. I know for the younger ones we do need to provide them a structure, but at the same time, if you do provide them with a choice, a freedom of choice, say as small as to pick the color of their choice, or to pick a toy of their choice, or when you're doing timetable structuring with them, allow them to pick things that they want for themselves. Right now I want to play time, meal time, sleeping time. So when you do that, आप बच्चे को मौका देते हैं to really come up with what they want, really express. And similarly for adolescents or adults, young adults, हमारे जितने भी घर में हैं, so when we give them choice, they then come from a space of owning up to it. जहाँ choice मिलती है, तो जहाँ मैंने वो चीज़ को select करा, so inevitably my responsibility towards it also starts becoming more, versus when I'm really focusing on just pressing things on my child and just probably trying to make them follow something rather than discover with them. So try creating those spaces of your child to be appreciated, to be seen, and to be heard. And when you create that routine with your child, definitely make sure there is one part of the day where the child is not doing anything. It's really, really important for those pausing, still moments for your child where probably they're just lying on the bed, they're just looking at the birds, or they're just sitting and listening to the sounds. तो जहाँ जहाँ जब हम ये stillness ingrain करते हैं बच्चों में, और this time of doing nothing, of also getting bored, it is the time where children begin to connect with themselves and their inner abilities and creativities, or what is it that they're really feeling. You might just hear your child come up to you and actually express what he's feeling when there is time for nothing, or when there is just absolute stillness in your timetable or your routine. अक्सर हमारा क्या होता है, and now with the online schooling also starting for most of us and most kids, there is so much in their timetable every day. There's so much going on that literally there is no space to breathe. So kids also feel so worked up, and they also feel so pressurized that most of the times they don't want to give in their best efforts. Then we think, अरे हम इतना तो ट्राई कर रहे हैं अपने बच्चे के लिए, सारी क्लासेस लगा दी, we've tried our best to engage him in any manner, जो हम कर सकते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी वो रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करता, फिर भी चिड़चिड़ा सा रहता है. ऐसा क्या है, समझ नहीं आता. मैं अपना सब कुछ बेस्ट दे रहा हूँ, फिर भी why is my child not responding to me? Right? So how many of us have actually faced this situation? Probably a lot of us is because our child is not getting the space to breathe. Whenever you think of it, compare it to your life right now. If you're juggling with too much, and don't we start getting irritated, exasperated, हमारी energy level कम होने लगती है, our attention span start falling down, our engagement जिस तरीके से हम अपना काम करते हैं, that proficiency starts falling down, is only and only because we're as worked up. And so do our kids get worked up. So try remembering to also create those spaces of where there is silence, there is pausing, and the kids also get to breathe, you get to breathe. And I think it's the perfect time for you all to rekindle those bonds of love, of fun with each other. Somebody also asked, I think, in the question in the chat, that मैं क्या करूँ, I'm always worked up, घर में इतना कुछ चल रहा होता है, and still how do I stay calm? I think you can start doing that one with an idea of creating spaces in your life. So also when you create a schedule or routine, अपने लिए भी उतना टाइम निकालिए, and even for your child, and create those common spaces. I think we also discussed in the last session कि if from your day, your 1 hour you're giving to your child completely with an undivided attention, all of it for your child. So, and it's that special time for you and your child. Either it's playtime, it's family time, and you both are doing things that both of you like. So create those family spaces, that time जहाँ आप एक दूसरे से share करो mutual consent के साथ. What is it that you like? Ask your child what is it you personally like. And it could be baking, cooking, art and craft, or just sitting and scribbling, doing crosswords together, dancing together, gardening together, giving water to plants, something which connects the two of you. So discover those mutual interests, and जब वो आप you spend that 1 hour without undivided attention to your child, and based on the mutual interest, you will also begin to enjoy, and at the same time it will gratify your child's need for your attention. तो जहाँ वो 1 घंटा अपने आप को वो अपने बच्चे को दे दिया, he will be satisfied. And then you can engage yourself with your other daily chores of life and get back to your work, and you will not have your child constantly clinging on to you, asking on, you might also find your child has too many questions or queries, or just constantly is there to kind of consume your energy, is only because the child wants to be heard. He wants to be feel he wants to feel addressed, and that's why he might either externalize it through his volatile reactions, temper tantrums, or constant questioning, or just go into his or her shell. And you might find कि आपका आपके बच्चे के साथ connect हो ही नहीं रहा कहीं, and then you're so worked up in your head. You're just always dealing with these thoughts कि अब मैं ऐसा क्या करूं, that constant pressure, added pressure, or what should I do to really bring out my child. So you can cut out on all of that if you really meaningfully spend that 1 hour with your child and with yourself, and create those family spaces, create that family time, ताकि सब members को एक दूसरे के साथ time spend करने को मिल सके. They all collectively have fun, and they are connecting with each other, they are feeling heard. So that would work like as the perfect solution if you can create that 1 hour of time with each other. And also is a good time to really reach out and understand your child, learn about their good things, their positive things, appreciate them for the same. And in this way, rekindle a bond जो कहीं ना कहीं with the tide of time शायद miss हो जाता है, या कहीं ना कहीं compromise हो जाता है because of our work deadlines, timelines. So I think this is the wonderful time to do that with your child. And also I think most parents out here would agree that this is the time for literally skill building for your child. So jo choti choti cheezein we want our child to learn as life skills, I think this is the perfect time. So when divide your responsibilities, include your child, ask him how would he like to help you. For the younger kids, you could have simple chores or simple basic things to do with you. Just get mummy the spoon, get the things that you want, set the table for mummy, come, let's make it in that 1 hour. You could role play how to set the table, how to feed the dolly. So in a sense they would learn how to feed themselves. So that added responsibility of constantly you reaching out to feed them can be cut out with those role plays that you spend in that 1 hour special time. Teach them those basic things of how to put their clothes into wash, as in how your kids grow up, or ingrain them in simple basic cooking with you at home. And that could be like simple sandwiches, making a lemonade for themselves, or making a squash for themselves. तो धीरे धीरे जब हम ये चीज़ें बच्चों के साथ करते हैं, either through games we practice them, or during a special 1 hour family time, so they automatically begin taking interest in it, and it's exciting for them also because it's something new. And at the same time they're learning it, and वो जो छोटी छोटी life skills होती हैं वो अपने आप they start ingraining it. So I think it's the perfect time to pick those life skills and let the kids learn it with you through experiments in the kitchen, at home, in the form of games. So definitely life skills is one part that you could develop and ingrain in your child indirectly during this time. And I think after that what really remains is building resilience in your children. This is the time that our children are looking up at ourselves, and it is the time to help them understand, build narratives, build conversations around strength, on reassurance, on resilience, that we will be able to see through. Kids after say a year's time, what they will really remember is how we as parents and as families, as a unit, we really tackled these difficult situations. So set your own examples, and whenever you feel stuck, so with your elder kid or with your adolescent, you can really discuss your struggles and seek their opinions. Develop and build a team, so that it also ingrains that ability of reaching out to each other, and that resilience within each of us, that we will be able to see through, and we are a strong team. And it's very important to kind of build out conversations around reassurance. And also we could do like some art activities in general, some mindful activities, where we envision a world tomorrow after this COVID. So what is that world we look at, or what are we thinking, what do we aspire, what do we intend for, for a stronger world, how to come out of this strong. So initiating those conversations around this, those conversations of resilience, strength, and peace. And maybe as grandparents, if you have in your house, or you have some stories from the past where you have undergone some difficult times but really work through them, share those ways, share those problem solving ways with your kids. Let them learn from your examples, or say from your grandparents ka example ki how was their time. So maybe there are many of our grandparents who've survived the world wars that have happened in the past, or the India Pakistan transition that happened. So they could share their narratives, they could share their stories, and sometimes those stories have such an important value for all of us to take so many life lessons from it, life lessons of resilience, of strength, of really seeing it through. Ensure, reassure your kids, hug them, and especially the younger ones, it's the time to really hug them, kiss them, hold them positively. Because I think at this point in time, what is majorly being compromised is their psychosocial and emotional aspects of their life are really compromised. We don't understand, but sometimes when our kids are reacting out, or when they are throwing temper tantrums, or they are somehow difficult to reach out, they're just an appeal of the inner child to be heard, of the difficult struggles they are facing in. So really reach out to them, try helping them unbottle their emotions, and assure them that it's going to be okay, that and we're all in this together, they are really safe. And I think finally, create these dialogues of peace and sanctity and reassurance, but at the same time help them continue being connected with the outside world. क्योंकि I think ये ऐसा time है जहाँ कहीं ना कहीं we're all locked in. So with that, the kids also are feeling as much over that feeling of overwhelm and being confined to a space as any of us. So ensure that they are connected to their grandparents if they're not at home, with their relatives, with their cousins. You could have play dates with them, with their friends, with their aunties, their uncles. Have like a little party at home, like have like a virtual party at home. It's very interesting. I think somebody in the previous session also asked me, how can I engage my child more creatively, or make him feel more connected with the world outside, although we're all restricted in. So we could create social scenarios. We could create that restaurant experience back home. So many of us are engaging with cooking and our food experiments. So why not include one our children in it, or also creating that dining experience where we role play, the kids are coming in for dining out and how it has been in their usual daily life. We could also visualize a play date, we could role play that, or say going to a movie. So you could put in your screens out there, be it your TVs, आपके घर के टीवी हो सकते हैं, उनके आसपास पर्दे लगा दीजिए, make it absolutely dark. Or you could create that movie experience with your big LEDs, and as a family come together, screen on that movie, have popcorns along with it. So jo cheeze, as we used to do with our children in our real life. Or it could be very interesting to create that shopping experience. तो जितने भी हमारे बच्चों के clothes हैं, create it like that fashion. It's almost like a fashion show, and the kids could take out in this way, वो अपनी सफाई भी कर देंगे घर की. All the kids, all the things that they really love, their accessories, their jewelries, or their clothes, ask them to take it out and declutter whatever they don't need, and just create like a fashion show at home and model it. You could become the the leading person leading the fashion show, and or you could make the kids the judges, and as parents, as grandparents, really dress up and put a fashion show out of them for them. And all those things that they're really really missing, probably we could create as, those social engagements through role plays back at home. We all are very very creative, and we could do that. And make sure your kids are connecting with their friends, they are having virtual play dates, they are engaging in whatever activities possible these days. So many storytelling sessions for the kids are happening. For the webinars, a lot of webinars are happening for adolescents. I am taking a lot of them, a lot of social emotional, mindfulness based, or expanding self concept, identity, rediscovering possibilities. So a lot of it for kids and adolescents. So you can very well reach out to me for the same if you want. And I'm also working with the kids for creating those classes. So get them connected, get them engaged at home. You could also engage them in a lot of multi-sensory activities. The kids, especially हमारे छोटू babies, घर में जितनी भी चीजें हैं, whether it be a tomato, टमाटर है घर में, आलू है, oranges है, whatever fruits, you could create like a splash activity with them. And with whatever things they have splashed, they could create a fruit chart, they could create a jam out of it with the splash fruit, or it could serve as, they could make cookies with your parental guidance, cake with you, and just whatever fruit that they have splashed in could create like a jam over it or a sauce over it. Or you could have them to ingrain with pulses. घर में आपके कोई भी pulses होंगे, put their toys in it, do a scavenger hunt with them in it. And so well, these little sensory ways also you could keep them occupied. And you don't just need toys. बच्चे शायद बोर हो गए होंगे. You could recultivate new toys, new possibilities. Take a spoon, take a glass, and do the chan chan. Make it musical for them. Or you could just have a drum circle back home where you don't need the drums. All you need is your body, hands, your movements, and you could just create music out of your own body. So, through body percussions, through clapping, through tapping, through creating, voices from the mouth. You can all create music and have that family time where together you could create a musical orchestra for all of you. Everybody's together, and you could very well do this. So I hope with these ways, some of these mindful ways, you could create positive safe spaces for your children, and definitely focus on those moments of calmness and of not doing something for yourself in the day, that silent space. It will benefit the kids as much, it will benefit you, so that you're able to connect with your own self. There's so much enmeshment happening right now, and I think these moments of silence and pausing out, really really taking it slow, and being in that safe space is as important for you as it's for the kids. Check on your emotions, reach out if you need help. The kids really really pick up on the difficult emotions. If they see their parents hassled or in anxiety, they pick it up very very quickly. So you could create those mindfulness spaces for yourself, and pause, do some meditation, chant if it works for you, or engage in some doodling, or you could water some plants. Just some little ways with which you could create mindful spaces for your own self. And if at any point in time you want to reach out for your kids or for yourself, you can reach out to me at my email id, ahuja ishani at gmail.com. And I would now like to take up all the question and answers that I may have missed or you would like to address. So I'll just go and look at the questions and see what we have. So somebody's asking, so I think I have tried to address the Delhi gang rape. Somebody had an issue how to address that with your child. And through the session, I brought it up that you could really sit down with your child and act as a friend, ask them what is it that is really really troubling them, or when they hear about it, check with them what is the emotion, that they face within. And you could use a lot of arts activities, just draw it out, or just ask them to put it down through paint, or really really just be there to, just be there. Tell them that I'm there whenever you need me. Provide them that safe space of comfort. And when you do that, that wall of trust starts breaking down, that the kids feel you're there. Don't impose on them. Let them have reflections around things. So from direction to actually moving to reflections, it's very very important to move that shift, and let the kids process it, understand their perspective, and really try to know where they're coming from. It will help them. And okay, I'll move on to the next question. Hi, as a mom of two daughters, Rajashri, it's not always easy to strike a balance between their varied interests. My little one sleeps very little, so I don't have much time for myself. Besides, I'm tired doing regular work. How to be positive? Again, I think, like I shared, your children will have different temperaments. They will have their different uniqueness, their interests. So what you could do is, you could try having these little time schedules for yourself. Sit down with your kids, your elder one, your younger one, you, and just say that, we're all so worked up. Yeah, we're all grappling, at our own end, कि हमारा आपका काम कुछ different है, मेरा काम कुछ different है, mama's work is different, Badi Didi's work is different. So let's try creating like this timetable for each one of us. And ask them, ask your daughter what she would really want, and she will be able to help you. She will be able to tell you what is that she really wants. And again, don't forget your own self care. Unless you fuel yourself, you will not be able to reach out to your children. So be it morning, you're getting up whatever time, morning 15 minutes, or in the day you take out those 10-15 minutes, but take out those 10 to 15 minutes of silence, of just of self care, where you're just sitting by yourself, and whatever you like, whether it is sipping your favorite tea, or just reading a book, or putting that nail paint, whatever it is that rejuvenates you, or connecting with a friend. But when you start creating those boundaries, and you keep discussing that, say in your special time, 1 hour special time, everybody makes their schedule. So the child also starts understanding. They become more perceptive to it. They become more open to the idea of mama also needing that space for herself, and as much as she does. So you can reiterate it that you want your playtime, you want things, you want your time for yourself. So you can also reiterate that for yourself. So mama also gets tired, and she also really really needs that space. So in this way, you can probably try bridging that space. And in that 1 hour special time where everybody's together, discover each other's interests. Let your elder sister take the lead. Let your husband take and understand what your kids want. And together as a team, when we listen to each other, actually problem is that there's so much, हम एक दूसरे को सुनना भूल जाते हैं. We all have something to say, but we have very less to hear. So in that 1 hour special time, or say half an hour, however works for your family, in that special time, listen to each other. Create a basket, put chits in them. Whatever is it that each one wants to, or wants to be discussed today in our family meeting, in our family time, in our family session, and pick that shit up, read it, discuss it. So everybody will be they'll be feeling heard of what they want and of their opinions. So you could probably try that out. Then 9 months में 21 days come. लाली जी, आप अपना क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा और अगर एक्सपैंड करेंगी कि 9 months में 21 days कंप्लीट हो गए, so I'll probably be able to answer that better. And how to handle boredom in kids, I just discussed with you. You could ask your kids what is it that they want to do. You could figure out with them based on their age appropriate activities on Pinterest. And also ingrain those spaces where they can start becoming a part of the household chores. Cooking and baking is at this time, I think, however much I've heard from parents, it's the best thing for them to connect over. So you could have your child in, do some science experiments. Science experiments means some experiments which involves really discovering what your child wants. घर की जितनी भी चीजें हैं, baking soda है, whatever it is, there's so many of them on YouTube, on Pinterest, and you could bake together, you could do household experiments, you could draw together, you could share stories with each other, what your child has to say. And similarly, I think this special time can be very very meaningful, जहाँ आप एक दूसरे के साथ डिस्कवर कर रहे हैं. You ask each other what is it that you want to do. You could have game time, if you have some board games at home, completely engage with them, with your child. You will also feel connecting with your inner child. What is it, who is that child? So you could create those recreational spaces like I spoke about. Social experiments, fashion show could be one something you could do with your child. Creating dining experiments, watching movie together. So that way you could also use your creative juices and think of all the ways with which you could reconnect and create those spaces, जिससे कि जो mundane life चल रही है हमारी, how is it we could create more recreational spaces, more interesting fun ways in which we could have that time together. You could play tambola with your kids, have that completely set it up. Many of us, if you have some coloring books, you could have a coloring family time where everybody's sitting and coloring together. So जो सारी चीज़ें शायद हम बाहर करते थे, जो हमारे social outlets थे of engagement, and you really have to remember the entire brunt is not on you. Sometimes it's very very important to ask for help. Reach out to your husband, reach out to your spouse, reach out to your friends, reach out to professionals like me, reach out to your family members, ingrain them, ask their suggestion ki, can you take care of my child for so and so time, can you engage with them while you are busy. The entire brunt is not on you. So they could discover some fun activities. And I think it would be very interesting when we also talk about resilience and family time and unit, which you could create like a family album with each other. Click photos of each other doing activities together, जो जो हम कर रहे हैं on a daily basis. Click those pictures and you could have them out, you could have them printed out later or right now if things ease out, the lockdown restrictions ease out a bit, and whenever there's time, create like a book workbook, or now you could create a virtual collage on online. You could keep them as memories, as ways in which we fought through these difficult times, because this is what will remain with your kids. So there are so many ways in which life starts becoming so boring and stagnant, but with these activities I think you're refueling not only your creative juices but also your children. So you could also create this time, create these family memories, and really share, like reach out to each other, discuss each other's narratives. I hope all of this helps you. I will take some more questions if they are there. I'll just refresh. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah. हाय, समय घर में रहकर भी नेगेटिव फीलिंग आती है, तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए जिससे हम पॉजिटिव रहें? अगेन आई एम सॉरी, आई जस्ट चेक द नेम. दुर्गा मैम, हम घर पे रहते हैं, नेगेटिविटी तब होने लगती है व्हेन वी स्टार्ट रियली बिकमिंग स्टैग्नेंट और वी स्टार्ट गिविंग इन. हम जो हमारी लाइफ की डेली चोज है, अब हम कहीं ना कहीं उन्हीं में खो जाते हैं, और इतने ज़्यादा खो जाते हैं कि हमें लगता है कि कोई टाइम ही नहीं है रिलैक्स करने का, कोई ब्रीथ करने का. और फिर सारे वो नेगेटिव इमोशंस अपने रिलेटेड, अपने बच्चों के रिलेटेड, उनसे मनमुटाव होना कि वो तो मेरी बात सुन ही नहीं रहे हैं. So I will re-bring it up that सबसे पहले start with your own self. कुछ ऐसे मोमेंट्स, कुछ ऐसे समय निकालिए दिन में जहाँ आप सिर्फ अपने लिए, अपने पे ध्यान दे रहे हैं. वो सारी चीज़ें करें जो आपको करनी अच्छी लगती हैं, आपको शांति देती है, चाहे वो गाना सुनना हो, म्यूज़िक सुनना हो, बाहर बैठ के सिर्फ़ कॉफ़ी पीना हो, चाय पीने हो। जब आप ये स्पेसेस अपने लिए क्रिएट करना शुरू करेंगे, यू विल फाइंड यू आर इन अ बेटर मूड एंड स्पेस एंड स्टार्ट क्रिएटिंग रूटीन्स एंड स्ट्रक्चर्स। अगेन मैं बार-बार ये बहुत रिपीट कर रही हूँ, इट विल रियली हेल्प, क्योंकि अभी अगर हम वी जस्ट स्टार्ट अ डेली लाइफ विद चलो देखते हैं, देयर इज नो सेट रूटीन और पैटर्न, इतना कुछ होता है दिन में कि वो एक बर्डन की तरह हमारे ऊपर बड़े होने लगता है कि ओ अब बच्चे की स्कूल टाइमिंग शुरू हो जाएगा, क्लासेस हैं, उसको कैसे उठाओ, कैसे लेट हिम, हाउ टू पुश हिम फॉर दीज क्लासेस, उसको बैठना भी है, फिर क्लासेस खत्म करनी है, तब तक आई हैव टू एड्रेस माई मेक फूड फॉर माई हस्बैंड, डू माई वर्क, घर का मेरा काम है, ऑफिस का काम है। तो वो सब कहीं न कहीं इतना कुछ एक बारी में एक साथ हमें हिट करता है हमारे फेस में कि इट्स रियली स्टार्ट्स मेकिंग अस फील नेगेटिव, टायर्ड, एंग्री टुवर्ड्स आवरसेल्फ। गुस्सा आता है कि मैं कुछ क्यों नहीं सँभाल सकती, एंड सो समवेयर वी आल्सो स्टार्ट डाउटिंग आवर कैपेबिलिटीज़। लेकिन जहाँ आप एक दिन पहले अपने बच्चों के साथ डिस्कस करके, फैमिली के साथ डिस्कस करके, अपना उनके म्यूचुअल कंसेंट के साथ एक शेड्यूल तैयार रखेंगे प्रिपरेशन नेक्स्ट डे के लिए, अपने लिए, अपने काम के लिए। इट कुड बी as small as food, so preparing for the food, मे बी आप आधी चीज़ रात को करके सो सकते हैं। सो इट विल रियली हेल्प यू स्ट्रक्चर एंड स्ट्रीमलाइन योर डे फॉर द नेक्स्ट डे। तो जो इस हैवी प्रेशर की वजह से नेगेटिव फीलिंग्स हमारे अंदर आने लगती हैं, वो कहीं न कहीं धीरे-धीरे कम होने लगेगी। और सबसे ज़्यादा जब मैं दिन में अपने लिए चाहे 15 मिनट दिन के हो गए, शाम के हो गए, आई एम क्रिएटिंग आउट दोज़ स्पेसेस, आई विल स्टार्ट फीलिंग मोर रिलैक्स्ड, आई विल फील लेस बर्डन। एंड जैसे हमने डिस्कस करा, सो मेनी रिक्रिएशनल वेज जो मैं अपने कहीं ना कहीं फैमिली के साथ कर सकती हूँ, या वो इवेंट्स जो मैं मिस कर रही हूँ शायद, और कहीं ना कहीं वो सबकॉन्शियसली मुझे फील करा रहे, शिट मैं बाहर भी नहीं जा पा रही, कुछ नहीं कर पा रही। जब वो हम एज अ फैमिली वी बिगिन टू डू इट टुगेदर एंड क्रिएट दैट फन एलिमेंट अगेन, सो जो नेगेटिविटी है वो धीरे धीरे निकलने लगती है। And when I start connecting with my kids, my family, ask for help. Please, ladies and also gentlemen and fathers, please ask for help from each other. Become each other's support. Only when we work as a team, we work as co-parents. हम अपने एक दूसरे को कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं। जहाँ आपकी वाइफ कर सकती है, उनको करने दीजिए। शायद कहीं आप हाथ बटा सकते हैं क्लीनिंग में, या जो चीज़ें हैं आप उनके लिए, बिफोर दे कम बैक, स्मॉल थिंग एज स्विचिंग ऑन द AC for your wife after she comes back from a long day of work or in the kitchen, it's enough for them to feel supported and to feel acknowledged. So reach out to each other, reach out as parents to your kids, and ask for help. Also ask for help from your kids some days if you feel really overwhelmed. Trust them, help them feel trusted, and believe me, you will find them reaching out to you. So I hope that this session on finding some simple ways and of positive parenting has really helped you all. And anytime you want to reach out to me, I'm practicing as a certified child and adolescent psychologist and a family therapist. You can reach out to me. I'm working, मैं बच्चों के साथ, adolescents के साथ, families के साथ, parents के साथ काम कर रही हूँ। आप मुझे फॉलो कर सकते हैं बेबी चक्रा पे, ईशानी आहूजा के नेम से। आप मुझे रीच आउट कर सकते हैं मेरे ईमेल आईडी पे, विच इज़ ahujaishani@gmail.com. And really thank you to all of you, big thanks for being here today. Have a good day, keep safe, and again, lots of wishes in advance for Happy Mother's Day. Baby Chakra has come out with Mighty Mothers, which is a really nice initiative, a very meaningful initiation by all of them to reach out to all these courageous, mighty women, all you beautiful women, to acknowledge you as mothers, your role. So definitely reach out to them and attend their Mighty Mothers. Bye bye. Take care to all of you.